Fabulous. Thank you for the thumbs up and hearts. Thank you. Fabulous. Alrighty. Now, my name is Lily, your presenter for today's session. I also have Andrew here as my co-presenter. So Andrew will be helping me with some of the question and answer. All right. Now, some housekeeping rules before we start. This session will be recorded and you can catch the replay after through the Vendasta Connect library, and I'll have Andrew to flash out the watch here link. All right, so that's where you can catch up with all the missing, any session that you may have missed or that you like to revisit. Okay, thank you, Andrew. Now, next, any question that you do have for today's session, I will ask of the assistant to leave your question in the question and answer tab. Q&A tab on the screen. All right, so we'll cover through all the questions that you have at the end of today's session. Fabulous. Okay, now before we dive into setting up or navigating through the Partner Center, I'd like to run a quick poll. How long have you been a Vendasta partner? All right, so I'll have Andrew to put on the poll. Okay, and great. So have you been a partner for less than 3 months, more than 3 months, less than a year, more than a year, more than 2 years? Okay, great. We do have a mix of partner experience with us. However, welcome everybody to today's session. Okay, so we have majority of them that is more than 3 years, less than a year, as well as some experienced partner with us today. Cool. Oh wow, we have one from the chat. We have Shahiru, 5 years. Thank you. Thank you. Alrighty. Thank you for the poll. Okay, so before we go on to our next session, let me just share another screen with you. So today's session will be very much hands-on demonstration because we're going to navigate through Partner Center. Now, let me share a demo for Partner Center. Okay, cool. All right, so I hope you're able to see my Partner Center. All right. Fabulous. Thank you, Andrew, for thumbs up. Okay, so for a start for today's session, Partner Center, by now you don't know, is big, all right, because we have lots of feature built into Partner Center. So for today's short training, won't be able to cover through all the features, but I'm going to show you what are the essential to get you started and to get you ramp up to use Partner Center to maximize it for yourself as well as for your clients. Okay. Now, to start off with, very importantly, I want to bring you to the top. You can see this is the agency name, and you have a bracket of 4 unique digit AMPL. So for some of a newer member, whenever you do reach out to Vendasta team or the support team, they will always ask you, what is your PIT number? PIT stands for Partner ID. You will then tell them my PIT number is AMPL. So this become your unique identifier for us to search for your account in our platform itself. So very important, this is PIT number, AMPL. So if you go to your own partner center, you will then have your unique 4-digit number or 3-digit number. Okay. Moving from the left, let's go into the right. You're able to see an exclamation mark here where my cursor is. It's set as new release. So if we tap on that, you're able to see by weeks, Vendasta have new release or updates regarding features, regarding platform, regarding products that we may have launched. So this is where you can catch up with all the latest updates. Similarly, if today you want to see all the changes that we have performed, you can always click on see all changes. Okay. Now, moving on to the next icon, the question mark icon. Right, this question mark icon based on your subscription, right? You're able to call into our support team if today you are having a subscription from professional and above, right? Definitely can call into support team. Similarly, you can also log your tickets. Else, you can always send your tickets to support@vendasta.com. Okay, now the next step, you're able to see view help articles. I would say this is one of the very good documentation that you all should download, okay, or save a copy. So if you click on to view all the articles, it'll bring you to the next screen that you can see here. It's called the Vendasta documentation. This is relevant to Partner Center, especially, as well as you're able to see some of the business app, which is client-facing portal documentation. So this is a good guide, especially you are new. You can get started from this documentation to know more about the Vendasta system. Okay. All right. So let me go back to my next screen, share screen again. Okay, so of course, if you like to learn in terms of join the Vendasta Facebook community or give product feedback, that's where you can also use this feature here. Now, the next icon, which is going to be a very important icon, we call it Sparkle. That's top at the top purple stars, the North Star that we call it. You can click on it, all right? You're able to start the conversation with Vendasta AI Assistant. So this AI assistant doesn't sleep. So anytime you have any questions relating to the platform, relating to the products, or relating to automation, etc., okay, you can always put your question here and have Vendasta AI Assistant answer to your questions, right? If today you have already used Vendasta AI Assistant and you want to track back to the previous question that you may have asked, you can always click on the 3 lines here to show all your previous history or the chat that you have asked AI Assistant about, okay? Right, fabulous. Now, the last icon that I want to tell you about is the bell icon. Now, the bell icons basically brings you to notification. So for new partner especially, I will ask of you after today's session, come back to notification, click on the gill icon here, right? That will bring you to notification page. This is where you can customize what are some of the feature or section in the platform that you want to be notified on, right? So it can be from billing, okay, accounts, activities, announcement, automation, billing, CRM, or even like conversation. If today you have activated or embed the AI chatbot or voice receptionist, very importantly for you is as a partner, always turn on your notification apart from app, which is the bell icon, is to turn on email notification so that you will not miss out any leads that may comes in or any new message that comes in from conversation. Okay, so that will be how you set up your notification and make sure you do a save after. Fabulous. So that's the top bit of Partner Center, which is very important and essential for you to set up. The next thing I would like to bring your attention to the logo bit. If today you are new, you have yet to save your company logo onto the platform, you can simply click on the pencil mark or just any blank space here. That will bring you to partner branding. Now, partner branding, of course, you want to put in your agency name, right, which is under company name. Subsequently, for theme, you're able to choose whether the navigation bar, which is here, to be a light color or a dark color. So currently, I have it as light. If it's dark, you're able to see it as pitch black, okay, in terms of black background. Now, going to the logo bit, you can upload your logo and then it will then naturally be saved across Partner Center and even into Business App, which is a client-facing portal. Now, if today you like to add on your logo to create as a company avatar, whereby this icon will be used when your customer save it as a shortcut to go into your platform, they're able to see your avatar showing that. Now, for favorite icons, all right, if today you want to also have a small little favicon saved towards your website URL, that's where you can then click on or save on your logo under favicon. And last but not least, you can also choose your favorite color or primary color for your platform, which is over here. Okay, so but from customizing your branding, this is where you come in to do your branding for your partner center. And of course, most importantly, do a save, right? Now, after customizing your logo, I just want to bring your attention all the way down to administration. Now, in administration, we do have quite a few of the features that I want to highlight to you today, right? Now, under my account, you will see my plan. So some of you may wonder, hey, what plan am I on? When I will be charged for my subscription, you can always come to my plan. So in my plan, all right, just remember this is just a demonstration kit that I'm using, okay? You're able to see your plan, what is the price or subscription pricing that you're paying to Vendasta per month or per year. Like for example, when is your next upcoming billing date, as well as when you have become a partner with Vendasta or when you have started to create an account in the Vendasta platform. Now, from here, you can also see how many snapshot reports are given to you or you're entitled to. Similarly, how many snapshot report have you used for the month itself. So just remember, for snapshot report, they're given based on per month. Any unused or balanced snapshot report will not be able to bring over to the next month because the limit will reset by itself by the end of the month, right? So a advice will be always try to, if you want to maximize your snapshot report, always maximize it 2 days before the last day of the month, okay? Some of you who are on our legacy plan, you do have some standard product given to you. So that's where you can able to see how many standard product you have and what's the remaining amount that you can use. And likewise, how many team member, as well as, yes, where sits if you have from professional subscription onwards. Okay, all right, so that's my plan. Right, next thing, my team. Another area that you want to set up is today you're new to Vendasta. So based on your plan, if today you're professional and above, you're given 5 team member seat. But however, if today you're a starter plan and you want to add on another team member, you just have to pay for the extra seat. So how you can invite the team member to Partner Center, just simply click on invite team member, put in the first name, last name, email address, which is all the required particles that need to be input on, then give them a role. What role do you want to give to this new team member to access the platform? If today you're going to give them an admin role, means you're going to give them a full access to Partner Center, just like you as an agency owner, you have the admin role, right? If today you just want to give them as a salesperson, they are just your salespeople, you don't want to give them full access to Partner Center, then you give them the salesperson role. And similarly, for digital agent, they're only able to access if they're doing fulfillment, all right, or doing some of the back end work for you. Now, if you want to customize further, we can just look into, for example, admin. You click on admin, they're able to show you show more permission. Now, if you want to give a full 100%, all right, in terms of authorization to Partner Center, you're able to enable all this area that you're going to give them access to. If today you're given a team member admin role, but yet you do not want them to access company billing, you can always switch it off for them, right? So that's how you can customize in terms of what role that you want to give to your team member, as well as what access you want to give to your team member based on the portion that permission here that we're given. Okay, this is similar to salesperson. Okay, all right, the last bit that I want to bring your attention to, always scroll down to the bottom, will be configuration. All right, we'll usually put as, if today you only have one market, which is your current agency, you can always put amplify. Else, if today you have many markets, you can always put all markets. Okay, now for CRM, right, in the Partner Center, do you want to give access to the person, be it a admin role, salesperson role, to CRM access? If you want to, ensure that you also enable all this check mark. And if you want to give the person all contacts access, or limit the access to the assigned accounts or assigned contacts of the user. So once again, this is where you can customize further based on the CRM configuration. Fabulous, great. So that's the my team and how you can invite your team and giving them access. Now, very quickly, I want to quickly show you how you can look into billing. Take for example, if today you have order or activate any product for your clients, you can always come to my billing section to able to see by days what are the products Vendasta has charged to your credit card as a wholesale price. Now, for example, based on June the 1st, I have 2 products, $78 charged to me as a wholesale price. And if you'd like to know what are these 2 products and what is it for or who is it for, we can just click on any blank space here. You're able to see a drop down. So you can see basically I'm charged for 2 Conversation AI Pro. For which account, for how much is it? So that's a very quick way for you to see what's been charged to your credit card on a daily basis. Now, you can also use this feature here to go by accounts. Who are the accounts that you have, and how many items or products that have been activated in the accounts. Just a very quick way to see what are some of the active products that you have activated for your clients or even for your own from here, and any of the deactivation products that you had deactivated, and since when was the last that you canceled the product. Okay, and lastly, very importantly, one more element to show you will be estimated usage. If today you want to have a quick check on how much will Vendasta be charging you for the month of June, you can always come to estimated usage, and you will generate all the products that's currently active, and this will be the estimated amount that Vendasta will be charging to you into your credit card as the wholesale price. Right? Fabulous. So this is billing and payment. Right, the next section that I want to bring you to, once again in administration, will be if today you want to find all the invoices that Vendasta sent to you for, you can always come to financial documents, sales invoices, and you're able to click on the 3 dots to download the invoice or to view the invoice. Similarly, if today Vendasta is giving you a credit note, you can always track all your credit notes under the financial documents. Right? Okay, so that's so much about a bit of the financial billing essential that I want to show you. Now, under the administration, the next thing I want to highlight to you will be Vendasta payment. All right, one of the initial setup. If today you have yet to set up Vendasta payment, you will able to set up Vendasta payment through this tab under commerce settings. Now, with Vendasta payment that you set up means you're able to collect payment from the platform to your clients. Okay, so for Vendasta payment, once you apply it, you basically you will fill up a form to apply for Stripe application. So with Stripe application approved, you're able to then charge the product from the platform. Stripe will collect the payment, and subsequently Stripe will then pay you for the amount collected from your clients. All right, so looking at the transaction fee, just want to highlight to you, all right, you can always click on set up Stripe account. When you do not have a new Stripe account, you do not have an account with Stripe, you can always set up a Stripe account from the Vendasta system. And do note, all right, there will be a charge of 2.9% plus 30 cents per credit card or debit card transaction, or 1% for direct debit transaction. All right, so this will be what Stripe will be charging you for any transaction. Now, if today you have an existing Stripe account and you want to connect to your existing Stripe account, definitely you can do so. Similarly, you will be paying the same Stripe fee. However, I want to bring to your attention, you also will be paying an extra platform fee of 0.75% per transaction plus the current Stripe fee. So that's something I want to highlight to you. Okay, all right. So that's where you can connect Vendasta in terms of apply or set up Vendasta payment and have your Stripe account created, right? At Vendasta payment. Now, moving from Vendasta payment, another thing that I'll highlight to you will be tax rates. If today you are collecting tax, all right, based on your country, based on your region, based on your city, all right, always go back to your financial advisor or professional to check whether there is a tax in terms of do you need to collect tax from your clients. If you need to collect tax from your clients, sales tax from your clients, this is where you can create sales tax based by region, the name of the tax and the percentage. Okay, so that will be sales tax for you. Now, moving from administration, I want to very quickly bring you back to the Partner Center navigation. Now, for conversation, this is just a communication hub. It encompasses all your communication, be it with Vendasta, all right, with the vendor, a third-party vendor, product vendor, or to context. So context may be if you have activated or embedded AI chatbot or voice receptionist, you're able to see all the communication classified in conversation here. right? Now, moving from conversation, we'll go into a quick CRM overview, just a quick one. For CRM, you're able to create contacts, you're able to create contacts by individual contacts, or able to also bulk import a list of customer that you have pre-existing, a list that you have. So we can do an import and basically start an automation, all right, to import the list via CSV file into the system. Okay, so that's one way that you can do that. Now, for context, after you created a context, you can always go to three dots to amend the context, delete the content, or do the necessary here. So similarly to companies, all right, if today you have companies that you want to import from external sources, same thing, you can use the import, use a CSV template, download the CSV template from the import section, all right, and that will help you to import the companies as well as contact if you have their name, details in it. So the system will then basically help you to save them into companies and contact with you mapping the fields. All right. Now, apart from importing, we also have a feature which is called the find leads feature. So if today you are not having, say for example, you don't have a list to connect with, you can always use find leads, right? That's where you can say, for example, based on an industry or a niche, as well as a defined area or country, this find leads feature will bring you 20 leads at one go. So take for example, if today we are talking about, say, coffee shop, okay, coffee shop in Singapore, take for example, that's where I come from. Okay, all right. So for example, coffee shop in Singapore. So very quickly, this system will then bring you 20 coffee shops located in Singapore for you to save as a prospect or lead list that you can reach out to. Okay, so from this list, you're able to see, all right, what is the current Google Business Profile in terms of reviews. Is their Google Business Profile claim or unclaimed, and whether they have a website. So these are very essential digital online presence in terms of reviews for you, or quick reviews. If today you like to save all these 20 leads into your companies, you can just click on the top bar and click on the bottom button. Sorry, I think my picture, my image is blocking it. Okay, oopsie, give me a quick minute. Can somebody move, Andrew, can you move the picture that's, yeah, thank you, cool. All right, so you can see create companies here. All right, so that's where you can then allow the system to save these 20 companies into your CRM under companies. Okay, so that's an essential work that you can do to find leads. Now, if today you find that, hey, 20 leads is not enough, what you can do apart from putting Singapore as a country, you can always streamline down to a specific city or specific province. That will then bring you down to a lower area, and then you can generate another 20 leads. Okay, right, cool. Now, with the companies, this is also where you can use it as a logging of activities. This is where we say this is how you can manage the relationship, right, with your prospect or your leads. So whenever you meet with this prospect, you can always use this region here, which is share and update, to log in activity. Take for example, before today's session, I'll just do a demo. I say, hey, I met with an owner, requested for pricing for listing and SEO. So this will log in the date, today's date and the date, and the time that I log in this activity. So in the future, if I do visit Tien Vietnam 1 again for my second sales call, I'm able to come back to this login activity area to see what was my last conversation, what am I supposed to follow, or what am I supposed to do. So therefore, this is a good way or a good habit to do, is to log in activities after a conversation, after a call, after a meeting with your clients, so that there is a good follow-up or management of your prospect. Okay. All right. Fabulous. So that's companies for you. All right. I'll then move very quickly to my meetings. All right. If today you do not have any booking, say for example, booking links that you can embed to your email or website. This is where you can create booking links for yourself or for your team member. So under My Meetings, all right, currently you won't be able to see any of the links. This will be what you can do after the session. Click on My Meetings. You're able to connect to your Google or Outlook calendar. All right, they will then sync on to your calendar and allow you to create booking links. So make sure after you've created the booking links, you go into individual of the links to customize it under settings. All right, show forth like what are the available days or available times that you allow people to book into your calendar using the link. Right, that's My Meetings. Now moving on will be another big topic will be accounts. Right, so under manage account, you'll also similarly able to find my find accounts, which is similar to what I shown you earlier under find leads. So put in the niche, put in the in terms of the industry focus area as well as the region or the country. That's where you're able to bring forth the accounts to yourself and save it as account. Now, one of the questions a lot of people do ask us is, what's the difference between companies in CRM and accounts? Now, I would say for accounts, based on what I like to do, is when you want to, when you have prospect them, nurture them, and close them as a customer and ready to activate product for them, that's where I want to put most of my focus on in account, because it is in account where you're going to order products or activate product for your clients. All right, this is a clearer view that you're able to see what product you activate for them, from when, and when is the next renewal. Where else in the companies in CRM, I will use that as a relation management tool, right? Where I want to log in activities. That's where I want to do prospecting, sending them email campaign, nurturing campaign, etc. Where else account, I would use it as a more of a relationship that we have started with revenue. Like for example, I'm going to collect money from them as well as activating products from them. Now, one more pro tips would be, if today you so decided to create accounts first rather than companies, if you create any accounts, the system will naturally or automatically will create a companies for you. So account you create, will system will automatically create a companies for you. Okay, something to note. All right. So that's account. And from account, of course, you are able to generate snapshot report, view executive report after you have activated for them, products for them. And similarly, this is where you want to add on user, right? So user can be the owner that you met. And when you invite a user to the account, you're able to send them, fill in all the particulars, send them a welcome email. By sending them a welcome email, it means you're giving them access to business app, which is a client-facing portal. All right, so that's the welcome email comes about. All right, so that's in terms of top high level of accounts. Alrighty, now from accounts page, if today you want to make some changes or customize the business app, which is a client-facing portal, you can always come to Manage Business App tab, click on Customize Business App. Right, I'll let you go and explore. All right, at a later time. Now, to also watching my time, I just want to ensure I'm able to cover most of the essential with you. Will be AI. AI wise, I will not be spending time today because we have gone through some of training before on how to set up chatbot, and of course, come back next week. We have Andrew who will be going through a session with us on setting up your voice receptionist. So this will be homework for you. For those that have yet to set up chatbot, watch our replay on the setup of chatbot as well as register for next week's session. Okay, now going down to marketing, I will want to bring your attention to email settings. Now, if today you want to send out email campaign to your clients and you have yet to set up the email setting, come to email settings under marketing. All right. So with the sender and reply settings, make sure you put in your sender names. It should be reflecting, usually is your agency name, like for example. And if today you have sent forth an email, what is the reply email address that you want to receive reply from your customer? Make sure you put your reply address here and do a save. Now, for some of us who have our own business domain, all right, that will help to improve delivery of the email campaigns or trustability. That's where you can add your own email campaign. Else, you'll just be using a in terms of email unauthenticated email domain, all right, which is just a gray label domain from Vendasta. Okay, so you have own email domain. Click on my own email domain, put the domain name. All right, after you put the domain name, you're able to see the email domain essential, which is the DNS record. Make sure you go back to your domain registrar, back end of your domain registrar. Click on all this, any of the missing values, right? Make sure you put in all this value to your domain registrar to have them sync to our platform, so that any campaign that you do send for the platform will reflect your custom domain, right? Okay, so that's email settings. Now, very quickly, I want to go through Marketplace. So Marketplace will be a place where you, okay, let me just click on that. All right, Marketplace, as I mentioned, is a place that can discover what are some of the products we have in the Vendasta supermarket or marketplace. You can basically search by categories, all right, that is listed here, or you can also use the search bar if today you know a specific product. For example, I want to talk about conversation AIs, which is for our chatbot and voice receptionist. You can do a search bar. You can very quickly, you can see we have the product listed here. Now, under this page, you're able to see a short description of what is Conversation AI about, and I will bring your eyes to your course current plan. Based on or a partner who are paying partner, you're able to see current plan. This will be a wholesale price that Vendasta will be charging you for. Now, for suggested retail price, you're able to just bring your cursor to the right. You're able to see suggested retail price. It's $79. But for this product itself, because we have 3 versions in it, so therefore it just says starting at, right? Where else those as by a product itself, you're able to see a full number, which is $199 as a wholesale, and suggested retail price will be $399. Now, click on any space within the align item. That will then bring you to the product page. Product page, I would say, is a very important document to understand about this product. Okay, read through the whole product page, watch the video to understand what is it about, as well as make sure you click on start selling so that you enable this product onto your marketplace that you can sell in the future. With that, I also want to bring your attention to screenshot and files. If today you're going to be asking for some sales and marketing materials, this is where you can obtain all your sales and marketing materials that you need to pitch it to clients or use it as a PowerPoint to, as a presentation to show forth to your clients. So that's where all the essential documents or white label in terms of marketing materials that you can download, all right, for this particular products. Now, for edition and pricing, because as I mentioned earlier, we have 3 edition or version or SKU of Conversation AI. So this is where you can see the 3 edition and how much is each of them as a wholesale price to you. Okay. All right. So that's the product. Now, moving on to the next tab very quickly. Product wise, if you have product that you have enabled in the store, that's where you can see the product. You want to create your own product because you have some customized product on your own, all right, you can always click on create products, follow through all the steps to create a customized product so that you make it available in your online store too. Okay. Similarly for packages, Vendasta do have some recommended packages that you can explore. Do click on Add to Store. You're able to see the Vendasta AI workforce packages. Okay, so these are the items, or rather the products that we have added into the package itself. Able to see the wholesale price and what it encompasses. All right, so I'll let you have the time to go through on your own. Once you add to the store, you can further customize it. You can either, one, remove products that is not what you want, or you add on more products to the package, right? So that's packages for you. Okay, let me go back to my marketplace. Similar to product, you can also customize or create package if you want to customize a package for your clients. So click on create package, follow through the point workflow, and that's where you can successfully create a package. All right, lastly, before we go into question and answer, will be automation. So some of you who is interested in creating terms of automation to streamline some of your workflow, to remove some mundane work, all right, from your day-to-day working as an agency owner, you can always explore the automation section in Partner Center. Under templates, you're able to create your own blank automation, or you can use any of the pre-made automation that we have created here. So similarly, you can use the navigation function here to go for example, if administration based, this is what are some of the automated in terms of pre-made templates that you can explore, okay? And then you can use it to activate on your account to say, for example, when a account is created, you want to send a welcome email or run a snapshot report, etc. That will be automation for you. Fabulous. All right, so this will be my last bit that I want to talk about in Partner Center, setting it up, customizing it, getting it ready for you to work in Partner Center, as well as to help you to streamline some of your workflow. Now, I will then move on to my slide again, where we're going to go into question and answer time.
We have a couple questions. We answered this one in the chat. It would be nice to see the visual for this, if you don't mind.
Find leads. Okay, where can I find leads? Fabulous. Okay, let me share another. Okay, for you to find leads, we'll just go back to Partner Center under CRM. Okay, under contacts or companies rather. Sorry, you're able to see the find leads feature here. Right. Thank you for the question. Okay, we can have the next question.
Well, this is fun. The question showed up differently. Is there a limit to the number of team members I can have?
Good question. All right, depending on your subscription that you are with Vendasta, all right. Take for example, I know starter is 1 team member, professional is 5. Take for example, that comes with your package. But anytime you want to invite more, you can do it. You just basically pay an extra team seat for any additional that you add on to the platform above what you're entitled to. Yeah. Okay,
All
we
right,
can have another
next question here.
In Partner Center, manage account user, is there a global setting to manage what new account users see without having to set up each time for new? Aha, very good question. All right, now for manage user, yes, that is setting by, okay, give me a quick minute, go back to accounts. We have the manage user here. This is where, good question. All right, you are able to customize by individual user. Oh, not sure why I'm unable to go in here. Sorry. Okay, cool. Okay, this is the bulk updates. Oh, this is a little bit different from what I know. Okay, nope, this is not what I want. Give me a quick minute. Okay, cool. This is better now. So you can always come here to manage the user or the permission just to allow them to see what they want to see. All right. If not by default, let's go into administration. Okay, customize business app. Right. Account user, yeah. So business app, because your user will be accessing your business app. So what I showed you earlier in managing user is based on individual account. Else you can do a business app, customized business app. This will be a global settings, and you allow you to first and foremost customize what you want to allow them to see, or which page you like to switch off or on in business app. Thank you.
Got 1 or 2 more questions here.
Sure. Can you give us a use case for leads? Thank you, Josh. So for leads, take for example in CRM under leads, you can create a lead, take for example to say you want to send forth email campaign to your clients. So you can basically, for example, create a lead, take for example, I just do a test 2026, give it name to the lease. All right, you then add on accounts to the lease itself. Okay, so for example, you can go into account, um, click on the back, add to lease, select lease. All right, so I add on, say for example, oh, what happened? Oh, okay, this does not allow me to add on. Give me a quick minute. Okay, essentially the idea is you can click on the selective account to add on to the lease. Okay, failed to add. Okay, I'm not sure why the system is not allowing me to do that, but essentially create a list name, select the account. After you have selected the account to add onto the list, you can then essentially go back to the list, all right, whom has all the account that you have created, for example, added into it. You can then send forth campaign, add them to a campaign. Okay, so that's one of the use case that you can use the list for, right? Thank you.
We've got one last question here.
Fabulous. Okay, let me just push this to here. Okay, can the client use the task function within their company? Task function within the company, that will be in business app. Yeah, because the task itself over in Partner Center is for you creating tasks or project for your clients. Um, remind me, Andrew and Nathan, can you remind me if there is tasks in business app? Just offline, I can't remember. Let me just go into one account. Give me a quick minute, okay? Good question. Mm,
I believe it does have task functionality. I'm just double checking here.
yeah.
I guess continue double checking, but I'm fairly certain the only difference, the major differences between your CRM and your client's CRM, your clients will not have the find leads functionality, and your clients will not have anything to do with a snapshot report because that's just for you as the agency. Other than that, it's essentially the same experience in the CRM that your clients are having.
Okay, allow me to just quickly share the screen. All right, I'm in business app. So thank you, Nathan. So this is what I'm seeing. Like what Nathan said, essentially, Partner Center, a business app kind of mirror Partner Center, but at a lower in terms of feature level.
So under CRM there, if you go there, we have
yeah, there's
tasks.
tasks. Okay, cool. So that's where you can create tasks within for your, the client's creating tasks. Fabulous. Thank you. Okay. Is there any other question?
That's it.
That's it. Fabulous, fabulous. Now, before we go, I just want to quickly share this page. I think someone asked about the fee and team member. We can always come back to the Vendasta in terms of pricing page, right? You can see all feature, all right? So that's where you can see cost for you to add on team members, okay, based on your subscription. And these are the team members that is given to you based on the current subscription that we have. Because some of you are from the legacy plan, we may have to go back to your subscription or contract to see what you're entitled for. All right, cool. Thank you for that. Before we go, I want to share this tab. Okay, so what's up next? All right, so next Tuesday, as I mentioned, we will be having Andrew who will be covering the topic of AI receptionist setup. So do register and do come for the next week's session. As well as you can see on this page, I have a big arrow pointing to AI Jumpstart. We are rebranding the webinar series from Getting Started with Vendasta or Training Tuesday to AI Jumpstart. Why so? We're going to rebrand this to reflect what we will be building together as a team. Rather than just a demonstration or general introduction, we're going to focus on AI Jumpstart to focus on learning as well as adopting of Vendasta AI, all right? So that will definitely help you to understand how to implement the Vendasta AI across all the stages in the customer journey. So nothing changed for you. Same time, same place. You come back for our AI Jumpstart next Tuesday and beyond. Everything will be the same. We just do a rebranding by itself. Now, next thing, tomorrow is a very important day. All right, tomorrow we have June the 3rd. Vendasta will be hosting the biggest annual event of Vendasta. So we call the Vendasta Connect Meet Vibe. Give me some emoji if today you have already registered for this. All right, it's going to be a big event. So please, for those of you who have not yet registered, thank you. Thank you for those that have already registered. For those that have not, please register. And I already have Andrew showing the register link here. Please register ASAP. It's tomorrow at 12 p.m. ET time. All right, we'll be releasing the beta version or release of Vendasta Vibe. So what is Vibe? Vibe is going to be a brand new AI app builder that you can build directly, that is built in directly into the Vendasta platform. As well as knowing your business, you can just give a verbal prompt or a chat. You're able to help you build out say for example, a website, a landing page, a dashboard, an app, all right, using the Vibe features, right? So therefore, come tomorrow. And similarly for the Vendasta Connect, we have our CEO, Brendan King, who will be giving us the keynote address, as well as some of our partner that will be sharing what vibes have helped them to build out for their organization. So therefore, come tomorrow. All right, so last but not least, thank you once again for your time, for joining us for today's training, and we'll see you tomorrow for Vendasta Vibe, Vendasta Connect, sorry, meeting our Vendasta Vibe. Similarly, next Tuesday for AI Jumpstart with Andrew for setting up AI receptionist. All right, so thank you everyone. Have a fabulous, fabulous day ahead and a week ahead, and we'll see you. Thank you. Bye-bye.